have found that it is often our greatest lesions in life that alter us the most. It is the pain that cuts us down to a point where we wrestle with hope that brings us the greatest wisdom. As a 17-year-old, I didn't imagine myself calling a 70 or 80-something-year-old man a friend. And it wasn't until Dave died that the term friend really came to life for me. Dave was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in the winter of 2011. I visited him often throughout the months that followed. I found that once I crossed the threshold of the purple front door to his house that I was immersed into a haven of light, joy, and peace. Everything about Dave was distinct and bright. He spoke with a nasally southern drawl that only embellished his already jovial personality. He recalled vivid tales of farcical fishing trips and of perilous African hunting safaris. He was a taxidermist by hobby, as well as a painter. The walls of his home were embossed with captivating paintings of grazing bison on the Golden Prairie, crouching Native American hunters on the borders of a village, and dancing mountain goats being accosted by snow-loaded winds. As the year wore on, Dave grew quickly frailer, and the darkness outside his home grew ever dimmer. But the luster never left Dave's eyes. If anything, as Dave physically was cleared day by day, the luminosity of his spirit only intensified. It was easy to forget that he was dying. Dave died Thursday, October 11th, 2012. Up to that point in my life, I had been planning on becoming a pastor. Dave's death was the first crack in a painful destruction of that plan. It was the first crack in a painful destruction of me. The autumn of 2012 was one filled with several major losses in my life. Many, but not all of them, being in the form of death. I spiraled into depression. I began to lose my identity. I was always known as the bright and cheering girl who loved everyone. The girl who was strong and wise. The girl with all the answers. The girl with nothing wrong. But I wasn't any of those things. Not anymore. But Dave's death brought about a necessary change in my life. It was through the pain of stripping away who I had known myself to be that I found grace and beauty. I found that is through these rawest of emotions, whether my own or sharing in those of another, that I thrive, learn, and find wholeness. So now I want to surround myself with life's greatest lesions, because I want to grow. Without pain and suffering, we never learn or change. And it's up to each one of us whether or not we use that change to slowly suffocate ourselves or use it to grow as individuals and change the world's wrongs. I want to be the person who helps others decide not to die, but to stand up for change. And that's why I want to go to prison. Growing up in the Christian church, the saying, "Love your neighbor as yourself," was instilled in me from a young age. But I've also been extremely disappointed in the church's ability to actually do so. It seems like people are only willing to love those whom it's easy to love. But what about criminals? What about the people who attack and victimize the innocent? Is the broker who steals from the poor not worthy of love? Is the woman who kills her own children too heartless? Is the man who rapes them too evil? Not everyone can answer those questions the same way, and justifiably so. But regardless of the question of whether or not a person deserves love, America's prisons are filled with broken and forgotten people. And I want to change that. As a prison chaplain, I will get to help protect and facilitate the religious rights of all inmates, not just Christian ones. I will be there to love those whom the world has forgotten. I will be there when others are wrestling with hope, whether to fight to hold on or to finally let go. I will be there to encourage people not to die at the hands of their suffering, but to take a stand to bring about change. I will be there to love when it's hard to love. I will be there because I thrive on the beauty of the grace that is only found in the deepest of despair.
All the images and industry, fragments and creativity, they're the wind and the river of my mind. In the evening play a hard luck tune. All the change will be coming soon. You're the watch, then I'm the rambling passing time. Rag and bone, just trying to make this place a home. Reflections of